Hopefully it wasn't too noisy. 25% derate. 2 hours till it actually derates, which means like 5 miles an hour. Let you go and get the little check engine there. So there we are, 21,231 miles, 413 hours. I don't idle. You can do the math on that, I guess. Yada yada. So probably DEF sensor or something. I'm trying to get the steering wheel back down. Hang on. Yeah, for you. It's kind of ironic. We're at Fitzgerald Peterbilt. It's kind of funny. It's kind of like karma, you know. It'll be all right. So I want to show y'all something on torque packages. Hold on, we'll start this back up just a second. Okay, so I was telling y'all about one of the other videos about the high torque package. So you got 1, 2, 3 bolts on that bracket or bobtail here. So there's the dry shaft. I can show you that, and I don't know about these rear ends. I don't think it's going to tell much of the size. It's windy out here. Anyway, there's my box. Got my box done finally. It's kind of cute, ain't it? Got next to the tripod, kind of filling that hole, but that's how big shed turning. I got my chrome caps inside the box, so I'll get that. I should have done that before I did the video. Who cares, right? I already got the chrome caps like on the other side, but that's how the box turned out. And what it does, it provides you a nice smooth flow to get up and down. But see, there's the caps. See where these brackets are. So that's the box here. And so we just cut the box in half, put it on the other side. But anyway, so you got bigger spring hangers on a high torque truck. The rear end's probably going to help us much, you know. It might just be for internals. I mean, I don't really know. I'm not going to get into all that, but I want to show you that I do know is different. So let's go look at a 2018. This is a 2018 2050 torque. Now we're going to show you a 2018 1850 torque. And they also have, and this one's going to be a 13 speed. And then they also have a white 2018 that is 18 speed with 2050 torque. And I'll show you this, it's the same deal, just so you know I'm not comparing like there's not something special with my truck. I mean, other than a factory ordered 2050 torque, you know. That might be one there. I mean, I didn't look at that truck, so actually I think it is. No, it's got the 3. They just got the missing. Anyway, so here is the 2050 torque. See how it's just got 1, 2, so it's got a smaller spring hanger. You see that? You see that? Smaller. And yeah, the rear ends to me look the same. I think the dry shaft, I'll go back and take another look at mine, but I think that dry shaft is smaller. So yep, spring hangers are definitely smaller. And then the dry shaft, yeah, I think the dry shaft is smaller. So yeah, you can definitely see that dry shaft there's a little smaller. Let's go look at a new checkout monster out in that slick. So a little custom fab work on not bad for stock brand new truck I'm trying to sell. Nice little specs on it, I guess, or double hump fenders and all the jazz. And this white one up here is a 2018 2050 torque. But I want to show you this. Also, we got this glider. It's Fitzgerald glider, brand new glider. They drove it from Tennessee down here to Virginia. It's just got the Detroit engine in it. But look at that right there. Look at that oil coming out of that brand spanking new truck. I'm just not a Fitzgerald fan with that Detroit. I just, everybody's like, oh my God, you should have got the glider. Well, no. Don't like them, dude. Sorry. Anyway, here it is, the 2050 torque with the X15 Cummins, just like we have in mine. And see what I mean? It's got the 3, 1, 2, 3. This one's new, so it might be cleaner. See how the drive shaft is bigger? See that? Just so y'all know it wasn't crazy. And see that back, it's got a bigger drive shaft. So hopefully you can see that on the camera. So there you go. Peterbilt Steve says you have a bigger drive line. You can take him for his word because you do. So there it is. I just proved it on mine. This one here is the same deal. It's got the 18 speed, 2050 torque. I can raise the hood and show you, but we're not going to get into all that with this dealership. We're in there. The sales part is actually closed, so I'm not going to go raising hoods on their trucks, you know. And anyway, so there you go. I don't know what that red one is. I think you can climb up and look and tell about the what's 13 speed or 18 speed, and you can tell by the spring hangers what kind of torque package it has. Like I said, this is a 13 speed truck, so it's got the lower torque. This one here ain't been rigged up yet, and it's she's 18 speed. It's got the cheap Peterbilt seats in it, so it's got the nav and everything else, but it's 18 speed. But oh, that's right, yeah, it's got the high torque. It's just missing. I don't know why they don't have that drilled, you know. That's weird. So yeah, see, it's got the big, it's not drilled either. That's kind of, I don't understand. But so apparently it has the high torque. Let's look at the drive shaft. Yeah, it's got the big drive shaft in it too. See the difference in that drive shaft? The thing's massive. Look at that. Okay, here we go. We're going to look at that drive shaft versus this drive shaft. See the difference? There's a big difference. Let's look at this rear drive shaft. We'll get the camera down there and look at this. We ain't got to worry about getting dirty on this thing. Okay, so there's the rear drive line. Okay, now let's look at the rear drive line of this one, and see it's just a lot bigger. So there's quite a bit of difference in a 2050 torque and an 1850 torque. So there you go, guys. Hopefully my truck will get out of the parking lot back there and get in the shop, and they'll get her fixed and go back on the road and get back to work, right? So anyway, there you go. See you on the next clip. Alright, so I showed y'all yesterday we had that sensor thing. So we got dealership, they're running regens on it, trying to figure out what's going on. Quite too loud, you can't hear me. But right here is why we bought this truck, was for the smaller filter. So they relocated everything, got everything in there. But anyway, not sure what's going on with it. They run one regen on it. It failed the SCR test, so they're doing another one. And on the phone with Cummins, and then we will see what the verdict is, so they figure out what's wrong with it. It being so new and hard to get parts, and they don't know. They've never had one come through the shop, so we'll find out what's going on. Until next time, y'all have a good day. Okay, so we made it back from the Peterbilt dealer. They didn't really find anything in my book. I think they didn't really know what to do, honestly. They'd never seen one of these come through there. When I say come through there, I mean, they had some on the lot, but I think the shop guys have never had one of these come through the shop, and So they pulled it in, and they all swarmed it, checking it out, wanted to see the new changes, which is kind of weird to me. I don't know why they couldn't see the ones they have on the lot, but I guess if it doesn't come through their bay, they don't touch them. I don't know. Anyway, so like I said, I'd never seen one, didn't work on one, didn't even have the schematics for it. That's all that crap is new and different. Lots of parts of the engine are different. Fuel pump's different. Turbo's different. I mean, just you name it. The crankcase filter's non-serviceable. They changed a lot. But I bought it for the emissions crap being changed. But so far, one hasn't went down. And I was on the phone with Cummins most of the day, and Cummins asked me a lot of questions. What do I do with the truck? Do I idle it? Yada yada. And, no, I do zero idle. I don't idle. I got that tri-pack back there, so that cuts my idle down to. Anyway, try to shorten this up. I'm trying to see if they broke it or not. But anyway, yeah, so according to Cummins, we're not working the truck hard enough. We're not pulling heavy enough freight, and the truck is too new. It's too clean, which what they meant by that is the filter is too clean. So they said if we can pull some heavy loads, and pretty much told me not to baby it. To drive it like you stole it was what they were saying. That's what the mechanics said, drive it like you stole it. Put your foot in it, quit babying it, and drive it. And drive the crap out of it for a while. I think the goal is to get the filter dirty. Now, Cummins said that would probably be the last time that ever happened. They didn't really do anything. They cleared they run a test on it, SCR test. It failed. Called Cummins. Cummins said, we'll run another one. Taking a road test, clear the codes. Run another one, clear the codes. Taking a road test. If the codes come back, then call them back. But anyway, the codes didn't come back. And I drove it 3 hours home, and the codes didn't come back. So they'd come back on tomorrow. Who knows? But anyway, because they didn't do anything except run a couple tests on it, which is longer than a regen. It's kind of like a forced regen, but it was longer than a regen. It was a SCR. I don't know what it means, but anyway. But yeah, Cummins says I need to run it, and the longer I run it, and once that filter starts getting dirty, it will start working better. And they pretty well convinced that code won't come back. So we'll see. But you guys say what you want to. It didn't cost me a cotton picking dime, and it might run like a scalded dog from here on out. We'll see.